Big play for the Seminoles with 11:13 to go. They trail by 1. 3rd and 15. Tom Lewis going down the sideline. Lewis is there, but the ball wasn't. Lewis had made his turnout. Peter Tom did not connect. The Seminoles now have it 4th and 15 at the 35. That long line, I wonder if that is starting to tell a tale in terms of the pressure here on Peter Tom Lewis. It's 3rd down 10 from the 15. We're going to give it to Carter. We'll just drive it down to the 10, which will bring up a 4th down and another field goal opportunity. Southern Miss leading by 1. 7:20 last time. This one's up and on its way and good. So the Seminoles dodged the bullet with a highly unusual call. I'm not questioning the call. I'm saying it's highly unusual. They get the 3 points, and now it's 26-24. And remember, Southern Miss only trails by 2 with 6 to 2. And it's a 1st down carry to about the 48-yard line for Ricky Bradley. So it's 1st and 10 from the 48. Closer to the 47. Favre pitches to Bradley to the 39. This Southern Miss team with a lot of variety in the ways they can move the ball. Williams left, Rowell right. 1 setback. Double tight ends. Favre's going to run it to Warnsley.
Split into the wide side of the field.
1st down from the 35. The play fake. Favre with all day to throw. Has Rowell open, couldn't get it to him. The double coverage was getting there at the 11 just as the ball did. It did. Seminoles lead it by 2. Favre with everybody going out. Look at the catch by Tillman. It was almost intercepted by Corian Freeman. Tillman stayed with it in an amazing job of concentration for a 17-yard gain. Favre toss to the end zone, touchdown, beautiful play call. Anthony Harris, the tight end, with 23 seconds remaining in the game. Southern Miss 30, Florida State 26, and Favre is dancing at the 50-yard line. He's going nuts, and you see the look on the Seminole sideline. Opening game, but no, Southern Miss hung in there. Look at that widespread formation. There's the trick play. Running down the sideline, now throwing all the way back. It bounced, it's still alive. Here it goes. It is thrown all the way down. That was Charlie Ward who threw it. It's incomplete with 1 second remaining. It was Weldon, number 11, the other quarterback. This time back to Ward again. Ward now all the way back over to Weldon again. It's just the reverse of last time. Weldon's got the big arm. He's throwing it back to Charlie Ward. It's the flea flicker. Ward gets it at the 30, but this game is over. Southern Miss has upset Florida State 30-26. You saw Bobby Bowden to Curly Hallman. Good job indeed. Well, you've got to call this the biggest victory in the Southern Miss program. Period. They have arrived on the national scene.
Opposing quarterback with 4:25 and counting.
Oh, what a shot.
Inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line to Barry Johnson.
Just a great pass by O'Donnell. O'Donnell sees Johnson right on the corner. He's hanging right by the sidelines and puts the ball right in. Nice recovery by Anderson, number 20. And
Dean Green in motion. Play fake.
Come on, come on.
O'Donnell with room. Down to the 1. Well, during the break, you told us look for the play fake because you felt that they needed to give him an option to run or throw. So far, the ball at the 2.
There it is.
Johnson, touchdown.
They ran the counter, but he went inside the guard and tackle's block.
But you know that play fake, option to throw, may have really set this play up as Johnson goes in for 6. 0-2. That plays a role in this decision.
They're coming off the corner.
And the pitch is to Johnson again, and he's stuck.
Number 20.
Favre with the pitch. Well, they played it conservative.
Yeah, very conservative. Now,
Timeout call by Maryland. You see Walsh, Mark Walsh, number 42, signaling for it. Rick Fleece, the nose guard, made the stop. Neil O'Donnell will have to use the real estate wisely in the closing 139. Spinelli.
Spinelli, does he get out of bounds?
No, to the 42, it keeps ticking. They are out of timeouts, as Vince mentioned. 1:24 and counting. Lee Knight made the stop there in the hurry-up offense. Gain of 4. No timeouts left.
Wasting a lot of time. The line of scrimmage seemed to be confused. Got too many men on the field.
Runs it, got off in time. Agnew in pursuit. Pass complete. Dean Green.
Dean Green.
To the 45-yard line of North Carolina State. O'Donnell. Again, it's Lowry out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They do a lot of that. The rush, Agnew and company, forcing the play again, and down he goes at the 40. Downing. O'Donnell on third down throws it away. Well, he had to give it up. Lowry has room.
Got a burst.
And more. And he gets there at the 23-yard line of NC State. And Krivak feels the adrenaline flow.
Yeah, he's got to go for the goal line twice. He gets 16 seconds. He might complete the year. Don't get pressure from NC State's rush right now.
Quick out to Lowry and drop it. Dexter Royal in the game. There's the dime backer. And there's the same pass. And he wisely gets it. 3rd and 4. Green. Incomplete.
3 seconds.
He lost it. Johnson, incomplete. Game over. North Carolina State wins. Barry Anderson broke it up. And Barry Johnson was the intended receiver for Maryland. And Neil O'Donnell, boy, he worked as hard as he could. And NC State knows what kind of opposition he's provided.
Illinois needs a big play to quiet things a little bit here. Pressure coming. George passes away, and it is caught up around the 27-28.
Just to make him think, you're thinking that way.
Here's 3rd down and 8 now. And George works out of the shotgun. That's caught. But he is short of the first down. He caught it at 35. They had to get to the 36. That's a pretty good catch by Mike Bellamy. Team. Pass. Jackson. No, incomplete. John's caught a couple in the both teams. That pass is thrown behind John Jackson. Marlon Primus got his hands on it, but he couldn't hold it. Good. From 36 yards. So 37 and 36 for Quinn Rodriguez tonight. And 2:22, 3rd quarter. In Southern California, 13-0.
To go. If they can score on both, they got a chance.
Well, there's one completion to the tight end, Frank Hartley. He's been pretty much the big receiver so far for Illinois.
Americans, just an outstanding defense.
There's another one. Bellamy hauls it in on the sidelines right at the marker. All right. 1st down and 20. George runs away from the pressure. Williams after him, throws it hard, and it is incomplete, and they threw it. George drops Good protection. Down the middle. Oh, it's caught on the ricochet. It is complete. And Sean Wax, touchdown, Illinois. How do you do? 53 yards on the play. It's a ricochet touchdown off Scott Ross. We'll go to work at the 20. Some folks call it gut check time for both teams. George pass caught, drilled and caught. I mean, he threw a hummer. Second down 3. To the sideline. Good. Stephen Williams, number 1, making the catch. And that's a first down.
Illinois now offensively.
He broke the tackle and went in for the touchdown. They run it here with Griffith, and he runs out of bounds. USC lead. George throwing. Plenty of time. Throws short. When I say throw, I mean just exactly that. He is really zipping that ball. Boyer caught it. On first down, George pass thrown away. Michael.
You throw an incompletion, you can come back to line of scrimmage with the next play, but don't want to take any negative yardage.
Dan Owens is back in the defensive front for Southern California. It is second down and 10, Illinois at their own 49. They trail by 6 points. 3:29 to play. Roper down the middle. Did he hold on? Oh my goodness, Sean Wax took a lick and held on to the ball. 30-yard line. George throws it away.
Most of it's been short stuff.
Gonna try to fake the run, throw it out to Boyer. Boyer picks up 2 blocks and gets it down to about the 21-yard line. Boyer got it. Sayal had a hold of him and he broke loose. And he gets a mark at the 20, good for the first down. On this possession, George throws. End zone, touchdown, Stephen Williams. Williams just floated completely free. George pumped it and hit him. And the game is tied. Now it's up to Mr. Higgins. Doug Higgins in extra points. 39 out of 41 in his career. The holder is Jason Verduzco. It's good. Now I want to tell you something. Jason Verduzco held, he's from Antioch, California. Doug Higgins has kicked the point to give Illinois the lead, and his grandpa, Ivan Pickens, played quarterback and running back at Southern California.
In the great BYU quarterback tradition, young Ty Detmer is potentially ranked with the very best that they've ever had here. And at Washington State, the southpaw quarterback, Brad Gasson, what a splendid game he had with the departed Tim Rosenbaugh. Now, Rosenbaugh is a tough act to follow, but Gasson looks like he might have the right stuff to do it.
Yeah, we believe we've got the right stuff tonight. 2 teams out of the WAC and the Pac-10. Pass-happy teams that love to move the ball up and down the field. And years they've won titles. The last few years they haven't won the WAC. But now, here they come, BYU. ESPN's college football Thursday. Washington State versus Brigham Young is fight. A very pressure from the backside in the form of Marlon Brown. Back at the 15-yard line as Detmer goes down. Marlon Brown in 18. Detmer running out of room, gets away from Brown, and off he goes with room. It's nearly a first down. It may be. They mark it at the 29. It is a BYU first down. 19 yards for Todd Detmer.
Tremendous block.
With time, Bellini. Ron Ricard couldn't stay with Matt Bellini. And there's his versatility, Vince.
At about, and here's Detmer right here coming back, and what a nice touch he has on the football, putting the ball to Bellini.
And there again, right down the middle of that zone. Detmer looks, finds his man Boyce. Andy Boyce to the 1. Said about up and down the field.
Yeah, going up and down the field faster than we anticipated going up and down the field.
We're not even 5 minutes deep in the first quarter.
That Corley at tailback with the deep back. He's the jumper. He's going to jump here, but he didn't get off the runway.
So many 9- and 10-win seasons, they've almost taken him for granted here the last few years.
As a matter of fact, just winning 9 the last couple of years isn't quite good enough.
Not winning the WAC titles after you've won so many in succession, they get a bit spoiled. And they have here in Provo. 2nd and goal. Bellini on the pitch. And the Washington State defense was there to answer.
It's about a foot.
3rd down. Corley.
Yeah, over the top.
Touchdown, BYU. Bellini gives motion. That's Boyce. Andy Boyce had a big reception on the first drive, and he's inside the 45 to the 44. Chris Moton and Roosevelt Noble, the right corner and strong safety,
Giving the ball. 5 out of 6. 101. They're coming with a blitz.
3rd and 12.
He reads it.
Total short of the first down at the 36-yard line. Noble made the stop. Washington State. Stallworth over the middle. The little quick hitch. Boy, is he resourceful, bouncing off tacklers inside the 40, down to the 38, a 15-yard gain. That is a compliment.
See if we got to have Stallworth uncovered here.
2nd and 8. Plenty of time. There he is. That's Calvin Griggs, number 5. Rocky Beagle and Eric Ferguson make the stop. Griggs, boy, what a beautiful setting here in Provo, Utah.
Now, here's the question if they can keep Washington State out of the end zone.
At the 16, 1st down 10, 5:35 remaining first quarter. We're tied at 7. Stallworth, incomplete. He's got great speed. Smith up to the 37-yard line, a short gain.
Number 94.
Because they want to get the ball to Smith because he can run, usually from a tight end position. You got strong safety trying to cover.
Andy Boyce in the game now at the top of your screen.
Coming to blitz. They read it. They read it.
To Boyce. Savage playing very well, although the score wouldn't indicate it.
Nice tap. Nice read.
Bellini to the 45.
Nice read by Bellini. He reads the linebacker. He adjusted his route. And Detmer goes right to him.
Ron, 7 of 14, 184 yards. Stallworth already with 90 yards in receiving and a touchdown. Todd Detmer, well, Ty having a great game. 245 yards. And look at the number of first downs for BYU, and they're trailing. They have doubled the output of Washington State, but it's been the...
Again, number 91 down.
Chris Smith, the tight end. First down.
beats Moton.
Here comes the blitz. Ledbetter, he gets away from both he and Brown. Incomplete, intended for Smith. Draw play, Whittingham. He has 10 inside the 19-yard line. On a couple of drives, they have dominated this game statistically. Detmer at already just under 300 yards passing, 19 to 25. Mike Price's team bending but not breaking defensively, as the adage goes, and using the big play offensively.
They got Smith back in at tight end, number 94. So they're going to go to him after they make this first down. And he's
Bellini, appears that he has it, is underway. Detmer, Bellini, touchdown!
What a combination. Detmer, Bellini. What a night he's having. Right, his boys. And one thing they've got to do is come across the middle, and their safety man got lost. Royce makes the tackle, and finally Dunn comes in and makes the tackle. Dunn is a number 2 safety and hasn't played any at all.
Detmer rolling up some great numbers in this game. 389 yards, only missing on 10, a career high. Bellini to the 5. Whittingham. Touchdown! Smith, the intended receiver, it was overthrown, and he was open. Gosson, he wanted Stallworth. Now he shoots it to him too late. Forced the errant pass, and Robinson picked it.
Here's Johnson coming from the backside, and he hits him. The ball goes up, and then Robinson, who is always around the football, makes the interception right here. It's Johnson right here, coming back from the backside, hits him right here with his headgear. First bad pass. Robinson makes the interception.
Boy, and Swinton, the running back, just let him go right by him. 1st and 10 at the 18. Detmer. Number 10, Jay Langley. Down at the 2-yard line. He's gone. Assistant. As a matter of fact, Lavelle Edwards had taken some heat when Mike Holmgren, his quarterback coach, left for San Francisco to coach under Bill Walsh. He did not hire another quarterback coach, but now he has Bosco, and some of the heat from the fans is off where that's concerned. The kick to Crutchfield away too deep, and Hansen is kicking much like a Morton Anderson type for the Saints. He's got a lot of leg.
The situation is desperate.
8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Franzen near another first down at the 43. Look at that, career highs for Detmer, and yet he may only remember the 2 picks.
Well, he's going back the other way.
Total to the 6-yard line. Bellini, touchdown. Almost insurmountable. Almost. Arabedian could not keep up with Bellini again. State leading. It has been a track meet.
And it's not over yet.
Detmer for Bellini.
What a receiver.
Vince, it may have taken you a couple of seasons to score as many points as we've seen tonight at Georgia.
In his record, he's got him beat. And Detmer puts the ball right on the button, and we got a football game again. We got 5 points. Still 2 minutes left.
14 for 27, 317 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Last week, but it's early. Again down to the knee. And that will do it. Washington State comes in here and wins for the first time in a while, evening the series at 1 game apiece. 46-41 the final. For Vince Dooley, I'm Tim Brando, saying so long from Provo. We'll see you Sunday.
Left it. Sparkman. Barry Renfro on the stop. Trying to get something going. The rain has subsided somewhat now. First down call for Letnick. Oh, and he had Calvin Williams wide open.
Playing next Saturday against one another in Ann Arbor, and that game will be here right on ABC at 3:30 Eastern Time next Saturday. Meanwhile, 4th-ranked Nebraska playing Northern Illinois. Ken Clark, 170 yards rushing in the first half. Late in this game now, Nebraska leads it 48-17. Tonight, Auburn will play host to Pacific, season opener for Auburn. Also tonight, Tennessee and UCLA, and young Brett Johnson gets a start for the Bruins at the Rose Bowl. Arkansas is idle this ranked 7th in the nation. They'll play Tulsa next week, a team that always gives them a lot of trouble. Oklahoma taking on Baylor. The 8th-ranked Sooners lead at 33-7 in the 4th quarter. Quarterback Steve Collins of Oklahoma broke his finger early in this game. Another Big 8 team in action today, Colorado and Colorado State. This is always a tough matchup. It doesn't make any difference what the records are. Darian Hagan on the option, pitches it back to Eric Bieniemy. And watch this move down at the goal line. 44 yards for the touchdown. And right now in the 3rd quarter, Colorado leads Colorado State 24-17. Tonight, Clemson and Florida State will hook up. Terry Allen, the running back for Clemson, has been reinstated after missing the first game. Illinois is idle this week. They're ranked 11th after their victory over Southern Cal. They'll play next week at Colorado. That'll be a tough one. We talked about Penn State at the top. Joe Paterno. They lost 5 of their last 6 a year ago. Their home opener against Virginia. This is Sean Moore in the 1st quarter passing to Herman Moore. 24 yards for the touchdown. That's the way it went for Penn State as they lose it. The final score there, Virginia upsets Penn State 14-6. Also in the East, Syracuse and Temple. And Syracuse, a big winner, 43-3 the final. Jerry Burt has lost his first 2 games as Temple coach. Washington and Texas A&M in the 3rd quarter. Washington a 13-3 lead. Kerry Conklin a 22-yard touchdown pass to Mario Bailey. West Virginia has defeated Maryland. They came from behind to do it. The final, the Mountaineers 14 and the Terrapins 10. Mississippi and Florida, the home opener for the Gators. That's Billy Brewer, the old Miss coach. And turnovers, the story here today. 5 Florida turnovers led to 4 Ole Miss scores, including this pick by Chauncey Godwin. 58 yards on the interception return, and Florida loses their home opener for the first time since...
And 12. Howard Griffith, good run as he hurdles and gets near the first down at the 34-yard line. He may have it. Timvick continues to mix it up. 1st and 10. George's pass Stephen Williams. And it's a pickup of 7 or 8 on the play. Dave McCluen up at the lone back. Play action. George. Pass intended for Finke, and they're going to say he trapped it. Actually, Howard Griffith twists his way in for the touchdown. They were patient, Pat. They waited.
Rice has got it outside Culver, and great play by Bobby Abrams, number 24, the outside linebacker.
Bill in New York. Out in Lincoln, Nebraska, Ken Clark for the Cornhuskers. The 1-yard dive, the touchdown. He's got 106 yards rushing. Nebraska 28. Utah 16 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Now back to Keith Jackson.
So the Huskers getting a little breathing room against the Utes. The football squarely on the 2. Irish called the timeout. Anthony Johnson stays in there at the fullback. Culver is in. Eilers comes out of the huddle and goes as the wideout to the bottom of the picture. And look at this. They go back to a one-back set. First time they've shown that today. Does that mean option Rice? Nope. Johnson, the fullback. And look out, Abrams got there almost too late.
Or Rice into the end zone.
Rice, touchdown. Penalty flag. Oh, the phone. Now, let's see what Mr. Rice does. He's got Waters back in the backfield as they go to the wishbone. Rice rolls it back to throw it. Does throw. Johnson, touchdown. No flag.
Third and goal from the 3. Conley, the lone setback. And now he moves into a slot.
Expecting a blitz, wanted to get an extra blocker.
And down goes Erickson. High snap, they got it down, and it's good. Timeout. 3-3-hour score.
Trying to retort to the Irish score. Third down, they need 4 yards. Michael Taylor will quick stand up, shoots it down the pipe. Good! Inside the 40. Pass caught by Callaway. Taylor going deep in zone. Callaway knocked off the ball. Penalty flag down. Terrell ran into him, and they're going to call Pat for interference. Judgment, judgment, judgment. Outside goes Hurd. Penalty flags, face mask, no question about it. Juan Francisco had a hold of the face mask. Michael Taylor gives the ball to Tony Bowles. Got a lot of friends in front of him, heading for the flag, out of bounds. 6-yard line of Notre Dame, and that will be a first down. Juan Francisco, real serious threat. Taylor, option, up the middle he goes. He runs into a lot of white folks. This is Leroy Horde, throws the ball into the end zone. No, incomplete.
Can really sock it in down here.
Taylor loops it to the corner. Touchdown! Callaway, Michigan on the board.
real struggle with Utah in the early going. First quarter, this is Scott Mitchell. Came into the game with 7 touchdown passes. Finds Dennis Smith here 43 yards on the TD pass. Utah led it 13-7. His second pass on the day to Smith for a TD. But now Mike Kroll in the second quarter, the interception. And that made it 21-13. Nebraska now rolling out in front, 42-16. The Huskers lead Utah. Also in college football, Auburn and Southern Miss. That game tonight at 7 Eastern time. Auburn ranked 5th in the nation. Also tonight in Tucson, Arizona, Oklahoma ranked 6th against the Wildcats of Arizona. Another game tonight featuring Virginia Tech and the 7th-ranked Tigers of Clemson. Meanwhile, out in Boulder, Colorado, it is the Buffs 21, Illinois 7. That game at halftime, Eric Bieniemy, a 48-yard touchdown pass in that game. In Fayetteville, Arkansas, the Razorbacks and the Golden Hurricanes of Tulsa. Tulsa has now scored in the third quarter. It is 13-7. Syracuse and Army, the final 10-7. Syracuse gets a 23-yard touchdown run from Michael Owens to win that game. South Carolina and West Virginia, and it's the Major Harris show. Major Harris, the outstanding quarterback for the Mountaineers, the 10-yard touchdown pass here to Reggie Rembert, and that gives the Mountaineers a 7-0 first quarter lead as he does a lot of scrambling before he finally finds his man in the end zone. Then in the second quarter, it was Major Harris. 51 yards this time on the fake bootleg to Greg Dykes. Harris, 17 of 20, 239 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and he also had a touchdown run, 45-21, the final in that game. Temple and Penn State, and that particular contest, it was Tom Bill, 75 yards on the touchdown pass here to David Daniels, as Bill had a couple of touchdown passes on the day. Watch this. This was the first offensive play of the day for the Nittany Lions. Of course, they lost to Virginia last week. Temple had not beaten Penn State since back in 1941. Blair Thomas, the other story. You'll remember last week, he only had 13 carries for about 85 yards. Well, today he got the ball a few more times, 138 yards in the day, 2 touchdowns, including this tough run, as Blair Thomas will go 49 yards for the touchdown, and Penn State will beat Temple. The final score, 42-3. And also in college football today, Virginia has beaten Georgia Tech 17-10, the final, as the Georgia Tech team has now lost 16 ACC games in a row. Alabama and Memphis State. This game now in the fourth quarter, the season opener for the Crimson Tide. They lead Memphis State 21-7. A final now, Georgia in the debut of 34-year-old coach Ray Goff. They have beaten Baylor 15-3, the final score there. Ohio State in their season opener. This is the centennial of Buckeye football. 37-13, the final. Greg Fry, 2 touchdowns and 285 yards passing. Oregon is all over Iowa, 44-6. That game is now in the fourth quarter. Musgrave with 3 touchdown passes for the Ducks. Michigan.
Ismail, number 25, is going to take it right up the middle. His blockers give him some room, and there's speed to burn right here. The kicker's going to make a poor effort. Ismail runs a 4.28, we are told.
The last time anybody returned a kickoff against Michigan for a touchdown was 1957. Ron Engel of Minnesota. They have just been stunned by that fellow. Just inside the 2. Bowles, Bunch, and Horde in the wishbone set. This is Horde. Caught once behind the line of scrimmage, and now the Irish bury it. And it was 2 yards on that last play. They go inside this time, and there's nothing there.
Too late now.
Yep.
You could have pushed it in from the 1 or 2. You can't push it in from the 5.
On 3rd down and goal from the 5. Shoots it into the end zone. Touchdown, Walker. two right here. They go trips to the top of the picture.
Look for a blitz.
And I bring Howard back this way. Into the corner for Howard. He got it. No, he did not get it. He was out of bounds. He was out of bounds. I thought for a second you had another near miracle, but they wave it off.
When Lou Holtz first came to Notre Dame, they had good players, but not a lot of speed. One of the first things he did was went out and recruited some speed. He breaks the tackle there. Poor tackling past that point.
Once he gets that much daylight, forget it.
Yeah. You got to get him back there.
It's third down. Both quick. It is first down for Michigan. Oh, that's a dangerous pass. Two things can happen. One, on top of that, he caught the ball. But second down and 6. McMurtry sideline, got it. And he's a yard short of the first down.
It hasn't been easy for Craig Erickson and the Miami Hurricanes against California. He was intercepted 3 times, but here he finds Dale Dawkins on an 18-yard touchdown pass, his second of the day. They lead at 24-3. Let's go back to Keith Jackson and Notre Dame and Michigan.
It is third down, half a yard, maybe not even that much for Michigan. Ball is inside the Notre Dame 4-yard line. Bo was hollering about something. What, I'm not sure. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. And the Irish leading by 12. Get a first down, it stops the clock to lose the change, so they might go for that, run it. Try to get back up in a hurry. Only got one out, going to throw it. Touchdown, McMurtry.
'67 straight sellout at Beaver Stadium. Despite the threat of rain, more than 84,000 were on hand to see if Penn State could bounce back. And they didn't have to wait long to find out. The first play from scrimmage turned into a touchdown.
They look long. Daniels is open down the near side. He's got it at midfield. He's still on his feet at the 40, the 35, the 30. He's got a chance to go all the way. 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Penn State on the first play of the game. They strike 76 yards. And the Nittany Lions jump ahead. What a way for Daniels to celebrate his 20th birthday.
John, that's the first touchdown in 10 quarters. This is the 11th. Just a little play action. They air the ball out. Nice route by Daniels. Nice adjustment on the catch. Turns on the speed. And this is something we said before this. Penn State must establish a deep passing game if they're going to have a balanced offense. That's a good way to start it off.
It was a great way to start it off. Then Temple tried to go to the ground. Vestas Stevenson, though, only picks up 1 yard as Rich Schoenwolf and Mark D'Onofrio make the stop for Penn State.
Jack. And that's what you got to do to be a good football team. You got to go up, you got to go after the ball, and you got to fight for it. And that's certainly a big play for Penn State.
Pitch to Thomas, running far side. That's the short side of the field, and he kind of works his way forward down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 5. Tim Hull, a junior from Glendale, California, made the tackle for the Owls.
And, John, the first 2 games with Temple, their problem has been defense, and Penn State's high
formation. It's Thomas right up the middle. Bangs his way inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Just power running straight ahead by Thomas. John Armstrong made the tackle.
And I'll tell you that Roger Duffy is eating up.
Down, ending a 77-yard, 13-play drive.
It's Thomas diving toward the end zone and in for the score. The Lions scored on the first play of the first quarter, and Penn State has scored on the first play of the second quarter. So Penn State is going to add to its lead right here. Thomas in for the touchdown, and Blair gets his first since coming back.
Well, once again, it's the same play as he ran before. This time he doesn't leap as far, cuts back. But it's nice to see Thomas in there when you get in those short yardage situations.
Temple came right back after the second Penn State score and started a drive that would lead to a score of their own.
Stevenson, the tailback, at the 50, the 45, some room down the sidelines. Still on his feet at the 30, and he's run out of bounds near the 26-yard line of Penn State.
Well, we know holding back to the 23. Stevenson then picked 5 of those yards right back up before Sherrod Range stopped him short of the first down. That brought up 4th down and a 36-yard field goal try by Bob Wright. But the Owls took too long to get the play off, and that pushed them back 5 more yards, making it a 41-yard field goal attempt for Wright.
He has 2 of longer distance than that. The kick is up, and the kick is good. A 41-yard field goal by Wright, and the Temple Owls get on the board.
The Temple field goal had Penn State leading 14-3.
Straight back is Tom Bill. He looks long. Now goes far sideline, deep for Daniels. It's going to be a jumping contest in the end zone. Daniels makes the catch and scores for Penn State. Daniels battled with Gunter and beat him. A tremendous catch for Daniels, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, they're finally getting some breaks. The other teams have been doing it to them. This time, Phil had all the time in the world. He likes to go deep. He got the touchdown, but I still would say there was coverage there. This is give it all to Daniels. He just goes up and takes the ball away from Gunther. Great reception.
And that was the last score of the first half. Penn State goes into the locker room up 21-3.
Roll one way. That time the defensive back stayed wide with Randy Jackson, but it left a man open right down the middle because the other safety didn't stay at home.
42-yard play on 3rd and 12. Now Ernie. A bullet for Kline in a few moments. McQueen out of bounds right at the first down marker. I believe they're going to mark it just short. David Eaton forced him out on the far side. McQueen earning some decent numbers here in this first half, to say the least. Power I formation. James Cann has the first down. Looking for Jackson. Oh my goodness, how much time does he need? Caught by James Cann. He took it away from David Eaton, and it's 1st and goal, Rutgers. My goodness. Iblo forced him out, but on our eye formation. 3rd down and goal to go inside the 1. Cann, touchdown. James Cann, who made some big plays on this drive, takes it the final inches, and Rutgers kept
Career long of 51 yards. Took the 36-yarder moments ago. Right away, Enos takes the snap, dumps it off to Montgomery, and he gets out of bounds. Steve Montgomery, the fullback. 2nd and 5. Dumping it off to Hickson in the middle of the field. They'll have to use a timeout here. Hickson gets down to the 26-yard line. Zurich on the tackle. They believed it had stopped the clock. Langloh, 38-yard attempt. Buckland on the hold. Kick is absolutely square, perfect. And 2 field goals by Langloh here in the second quarter have cut a 14-0 lead to 14-6. That's
everything against Missouri. They're at halftime at Columbia. You'll recall earlier there was a pass interception return for a touchdown. Then on offense, Craig Erickson goes up top. Randall Hill, 52 yards downfield to set up Shannon Crowell's 2-yard touchdown run. Craig Erickson has also scored on a 6-yard run, and Miami is in charge at halftime. Meanwhile, at Clemson, South Carolina, the Tigers go 1-0 in the ACC and 4-0 overall with the victory over Maryland. Terry Allen, 22 carries. carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue now. In Athens, Georgia, it was Bulldogs versus Bulldogs this afternoon, and the Georgia Bulldogs came out a winner. Larry Ware replacing Rodney Hampton, who was out with a sprained ankle, 61 yards, as Georgia wins it easily over Mississippi State. Virginia Tech, an easy winner over the Temple Owls. Coach Jerry Burnt loses his 4th in a row with the Temple Owls, lost 19 straight with the Rice Owls. Penn State, a winner over Boston College at Beaver Stadium in University Park, Pennsylvania today. Penn State 4th and 8 from the BC 21, and quarterback Tony Sacca can't find a receiver, so he will take it himself for a Penn State first down all the way to the BC 8-yard line. Sacca, you'll recall, starting in place of the suspended Tom Bill on the bootleg, the 1-yard keeper for the touchdown, and Penn State a winner over Boston College today. Army 14-10 final over Wake Forest. Wake Forest, worst start since 1974. The Citadel, a winner at Annapolis, defeating the Naval Academy by 4 points. Air Force Academy, all over Texas El Paso. It is now 36-7 with 8:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. Dee Dowis, Air Force's contribution to the Heisman Trophy chase. Season opening here, 35 yards for the touchdown. He has set a school record for touchdowns with the 34th of his career today. Air Force.
Just like it was here, only a little colder up in Happy Valley. Earlier this week, Joe Paterno suspended starting quarterback Tom Bill and replaced him with Tony Sacca. This afternoon, the sophomore quarterback out of Delran, New Jersey, led Penn State to a last-minute 7-3 win over Boston College. It was wet and it was cold today at State College, and Sacca had his problems throwing the football. Penn State was driving in the first half when he had this pass picked off. Sacca today completed only 4 out of 15. But the game turned around for the Lions with just 4 minutes left. Trailing 3-0, the punt for BC travels only about 20 yards. Then this big play, 4th and 8, Sacca takes off. He breaks the tackle and goes all the way to the 8-yard line. Penn State thought it had the game winner on a 4-yard touchdown run by Blair Thomas. But wait, the officials ruled BC had called timeout before the play. Joe Paterno got hot, but the touchdown was called back. So it goes to 4th down again with 44 seconds left, and again it's Sacca. He fakes to Thomas, races around the right side. Tony Sacca and the Lions win it.
Well, personally, I don't think I played as well as I could have for most of the game, but, you know, as a team, you know, it's a big win for us. We needed to get a win any way we could.
At Temple, the Owls are still looking for their first win. They were shut out this afternoon 23-0 by Virginia Tech. Victor Lay and the Temple offense could not move the football at all. They had only 104 yards of total offense all afternoon. The Owls fall to 0-3. We'll have highlights of that game coming up at 11 o'clock. Today at Franklin Field, Brian Keyes ran for 3 touchdowns as Penn beat Lafayette 25-12. The senior co-captain had a big afternoon. He ran for just under 200 yards. Today, the Quakers were playing against Lafayette All-American quarterback Frank Bauer. He takes this one in for the touchdown, but Penn went on to win it 25-12. They even their record at 1-1. This afternoon on the main line, Villanova shut out Columbia 38-0. Kirk Schultz had a pair of touchdown passes. This one got tipped right into the waiting hands of Jeff Worth. Wildcat fullback Mike Jones had the day's longest touchdown. The 6-foot, 235-pound freshman rambles 90 yards up the right sidelines. Villanova wins it big, 38-0 the final. The Cats' first shutout since 1986. On the scoreboard, Delaware beat Westchester 41-21.
They're in Kentucky, and they played host to the #9 team in the nation today with West Virginia visiting, and Louisville gave them a scare. First half, all Cardinals, but watch Major Harris scramble. And scramble in the grass. Greg Dykes is the man he finds in the end zone for a touchdown. West Virginia within 4 at the half. They're down 21-15, 3 minutes left. Tailback Eugene Napoleon in from 1, and they have the lead, 22-21. Next possession, Napoleon again. He breaks it open and breaks the hearts of the folks in Louisville. A sellout crowd, 46 yards, and West Virginia comes from behind to win it 30-21. They're now 4-0 lifetime against Howard Schnellenberger's Cardinals. Ohio tailback U, Marinovich throwing a strike to Gary Wellman for 17 yards. His 4th touchdown pass, 35-3, and they go on to just hammer Ohio State 42-3 on the road for the Buckeyes today. Kentucky had never won at the home of the Nittany Lions, and it was to be a sloppy one in Happy Valley today. The conditions were awful. Fourth quarter, up 3-0 is BC. Tony Sacca for Penn State fakes the flare, and the flare to Blair Thomas avoids the D, and down to the 8-yard line he goes. It sets up Heisman candidate Thomas. He takes the handoff and powers it in for the touchdown. No. Timeout had been called by the Eagles, and Joe Paterno did not agree, but he called the number of the naked bootleg. Sacca on the right side. The PAT was good, and Penn State escapes at home by a score of 7-3 today.
SC and Purdue. In the first play of the game, they were backed up in their own end zone. He threw a long one. Holtz liked to throw long out of his own end zone.
That's good as a punt.
Well, you're not expecting to. Come on.
That's to the sidelines, and the ball slides out of bounds, and Irish possession. Ismail again, and it's good for another first down. Add a minute, and William Pollard checks in. William Pollard is a 6'5" wideout, 210 pounds, from Fort Knox, Kentucky. 6'5" wideout is a big target. Weiss still got it. And Tony gets a first down at the Purdue 16. This is Waters. Grabbed by Tree. Tony Rice having a big day. Second down and 7. Bootleg left. Keeps it. Just past the marker. And here's Jackaroo.
You know, the one to just was a bad throw. You know, like I said before, if you're trying to beat a team as strong as Notre Dame is, you can't come out and just make turnovers and help the momentum of the other team.
Rodney Culver checks into the backfield. First down and goal. Purdue 6-yard line. It goes to Ismail. He's going to be down around the 2.
Should have some good players in the young groups.
Second man, Waters, and he didn't get there. So now the Irish will have to spend, well, they've got a little time. They can go without calling the timeout. Ball is just short. Pretty good defensive play by the defensive left side of Purdue that time as they went behind the 2 big people. Give it to Waters this time, and Ricky is in there for the touchdown. Grunhardt.
No reason to go to the clubhouse. I mean, he's got 1 play left. He may as well throw it.
Pulls it down and takes off and picks up about 8 yards. The ball comes squirting loose. And time has run out at halftime. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in command of things at West Lafayette. They lead Purdue by a score of 34.
With the Cleveland Browns, and Danielson is standout player with the Lions. Mark Herman, Scott Campbell, of course, Jim Everett is the starting quarterback for the Rams, and Mark Herman is his backup.
Third down, 9. Letnich now delivers. And close, but not quite. They're going to come up a yard or so short of the first down.
Harry Allen, the man to watch for Clemson. A 93-yard drive capped off right here. Allen goes in from 11 yards out. Closing seconds of the first half, he scores again. Allen with 2 touchdowns moves into second place behind Kenny Flowers in the all-time rushing list for that school. It is 14-0 early in the third quarter. Georgia favored in this game, but Harvard pulls a couple of surprises early. Tim Perry to David Haller. Watch the ball. It's popped loose, goes off his foot right into the arms of Mark Bianchi in the right place at the right time, goes in for the touchdown. Harvard on top, 14-0. But Army came back. Ben Bennett goes in for the touchdown to tie the score at 14. Then 2 more touchdowns. Brian McWilliams, the quarterback, ran for 1, passed for 1. Calvin Cass also scored this one, and now Army on top, 28-24. In the Southwest, Texas Tech and Baylor. Eldwin Raphael scores for Baylor, and the Bears were on top, 7-0. But James Gray scored for Texas Tech. He also became that school's all-time leading scorer, tying the score at 7. A great pass play. Brad Gable, watch the catch by Greg Anderson. In traffic, pulls it down. The play covers 75 yards, gives Baylor the lead right now, second quarter, It is now 17-7.
Jim, the shocker of the day comes out of the ACC. Under a minute to play, 4th and 13 for Clemson, trailing Duke by 4. The pass for Gary Cooper is incomplete. The Blue Devils run out the clock for their first win over Clemson in Durham since 1975. Serious blow to Clemson's national championship hopes, Jim and Pat.
2nd and 10. Joseph. Maybe 4. Joseph will not have the first down. Mark from the hold. Hudson's snap is perfect. Hold is good, and the kick makes it in there. Auburn is on the board.
Yeah, I do. 3rd down now, 14 yards to go. Eno's back again. And it's intercepted. Nope, almost picked off. What a setting it is here. Temperature kickoff time, 72 degrees. The leaves starting to change. This is a magnificent setting for college football. 76,000. Has now from this distance, 51-yarder, but again without the tee. And Langloh kicking this one, and he's tied it up. So the penalty by Miami gives State a second crack, and they capitalize. 3-3 the score. 3 minutes, 59 seconds left in this first quarter. Langloh with a field goal.
On the play, but Amsler got it back. 2nd and 11. Webb on the delay. Smothered by Quentin Riggins. That Dye's team hustles off the field just in time. Gets away from Ogletree. Hinton lobs it up long, looking for Woods. He makes the catch at the 15. Excellent timing and judgment by Thomas Woods, outsmarting the defenders in a 37-yard game. They'll be joined once again this week by Mike Francesa. We're talking about college football, telling you all the stories, scores, and highlights from today. 3rd and 5. Harper in motion. Hinton will have to get out of bounds. He did not get out of bounds.
The kicking team needs to get out there. It's a first down. They really could have thrown one ball out of bounds and stopped the clock.
Burke, field goal try. It's good.
Well, Jim, they got 3 points on the scoreboard, but they really should have had at least 1 or 2 efforts into the end zone. Not well used.
On the ball, you were impressed. Good evaluator. He's waited 3 years to be the quarterback. And now he rolls out far side to the 15, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. Get that many reps when you start thinking about it.
And they're not used to his voice. They can't hear everything he says.
3rd down now. 6 yards to go. Beretta to Carroll, who checked back in. Can't quite come up with it. That was close to being a big game.
Yeah.
Webb holds on to it. It's a touchdown for Tennessee.
To Houston quarterback Andre Ware, 11 of 16, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns, all in the first quarter. They've just started the second quarter in Houston, and Houston leads it big, 27-0. In Manhattan, Kansas, K-State ends the longest losing streak in the nation at 16 with a win over North Texas. Notre Dame wins number 16 in a row. They will play Stanford next week. Miami on top of Michigan State, 20-10. That's a third quarter score. The Hurricanes looking for number 4 in a row. Oregon State falls to Nebraska in the first meeting of those two schools in 30 years. And Colorado leads Washington, Eric Bieniemy, with 2 touchdown runs. Let's go back to Tennessee.
Greg, I just want you
for Houston. Second down and 18 for Auburn. Slack in the pocket, unloading on the sidelines and over the head. Tony Russell. Third and 19. Across the middle, Slack to right. First down Auburn, 37-yard line of Tennessee. Picked on Preston Warren. He got his wish. First and 10. Tennessee blitzing. Pass is caught. Jason Julian lowers the boom on Alexander Wright. Second down. Here comes Fletcher. Pass incomplete. And this from the 30. Pass batted down for the 5th time by Marion Hobby. Only 1 timeout left. Slack's pass incomplete. Intended for Alexander Wright.
Cincinnati, Princeton High School, one of the co-captains. And as you look again at Barnett and the interception.
It was a 2 deep zones area, meaning 2 safeties back there playing half the field. He threw it right in his arms. Receiver crossed inside. Jasinski misses the tackle. He runs in. He gets it there. Barnett, 4th interception in his career.
He was hurt a lot last year. But he's come back strong today.
62 yards.
From Independence, Kansas. Major Harris makes this play the option. They stretch the defense, and now you have Steve Israel coming up to tackle 6'6", 200-pound Reggie Rembert, who can fly. He doesn't get it done, and no one's going to catch him down the line. But it's Major Harris coming down the line, forcing people to take care of their responsibilities, that creates the one-on-one situation and the possibility for disaster. Here's Major. See everybody coming up? Everybody coming up on the option. Here's Israel. He's in position. He just cannot make the play. Doug Hetzler was too close to the line of scrimmage. He didn't have the angle, and Reggie could run forever.
You have to wonder if that is... Van Pelt delivers to Tootin, incomplete at the 29-yard line. Darren Fulton was climbing up his back. Pass, tip, and intercepted by Darren Fulton. He will be knocked down at the 31. This is Garrett. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone for Rembert, and it is incomplete. 41 yards tonight. Up the sideline, it is complete. That's Barron Jackson inside the 45 to the 43, and Waters wraps him up. They need the 50. It is complete over the middle to Reggie Williams. Good for the first down, +9. Whitmore knocked him out of bounds, but not before he makes it to the Mountaineer 41-yard line.
18 for 18. Last week, 25 for 32. If he gets heated up, he can be tough.
Irvin Richards breaks it open inside the 30, and it's another Pitt.
For the tight end, Sykes, number 88.
They set the screen. This is Redmond. Cuts in behind the block, and he is inside the 25 to the 23. Chris Herring. Middle blitz is on, also from the outside, and it's incomplete. Has the distance, and he's good. They're going to say officially 41 yards. And Frazier taking the draw. Great protection for Harris. Now it breaks down. Going to be hit. Loses the football, and it's going to go out of bounds. Carney Smith. 5,000 Pitt fans who bought tickets to come down here. You could hear their response. And he is sacked by Mark Spindler. Make the game. Richards right up the middle. He'll score. We have a 4-point ball game with just under 3 minutes to play. Napoleon hit in the backfield, and he'll be knocked down for a loss. Keith Hamilton stepped across and hit him for a couple-of-yard loss. Major Harris rolls the pocket, backside pressure. They force him out, and he will be tackled at the 17 by Dan Crossman. What a great pass is complete. That's Evans, and he will have the first down, and now a late marker comes. Pass is drilled and incomplete, looking for Rembert. Redmond on a running play. He'll take it for only a couple of yards. Proctor comes up to make the stop. Really kind of a strange call. Huh?
No harm done, I don't think, and a good try. A good try, wide side of the field, line it up, throw it.
Van Pelt knocked down.
Now we're back.
Van Pelt intended for Tootin and knocked away by Darren Fulton. It will be. It is complete to Tootin at the 33-yard line. 25 yards in the pass play. 11 seconds left in the ball game.
Here's where that timeout kills them. They can't throw it to the middle of the field. They have to go out of bounds or throw it out of bounds.
Seven ticks left on the clock as Van Pelt gets it out of bounds.
Quick out to Tootin.
It is caught and out of bounds. Hurd at the 25. 2 seconds left. Oh my goodness.
Has this kid gained tonight? Has he learned win or lose? Win or lose, he's brought his team back. Well, he's come of age in this game. There's Daddy. Mr. Van Pelt, how proud he must be.
Now the field goal unit comes on the field. At this time, rather than Van Horn, it will be Ed Frazier.
This might be the most graphic example yet this year of kicking without a tee. He's had 2 blocked already.
42-yard attempt. He is good. As you might imagine, this crowd is absolutely stunned. A 42-yard field goal by Ed Frazier with 2 seconds showing on the clock.
In dark hosted Pittsburgh, Harris went deep to James Jett, and the Jet caught it and took off for the touchdown. Harris gave the home fans a lot to cheer about on this night. Watch the nice touch pass into the corner of the end zone. Not to forget about the high fives up there against the wall in the stands. It was 31-28 Mountaineers, though, with seconds to play. 31-28 Mountaineers.
In 5 weeks in September. They can't wait for October. They played at Ann Arbor today. Elvis Gerbach, remember him from the Notre Dame game? An 11-yard touchdown pass to Greg McMurtry. And Michigan leads 14-0. Second quarter, it's 21-7 when Tony Bowles will break loose, and nobody will get him. He ran for a couple of scores. This one for 64. Michigan led 28-7 at the half, and they go on to win it 41-21 at Ann Arbor today. In a game you just saw, to Pullman, Washington, to take on the unbeaten Cougars of Washington State. A big game in the Pac-10. Cougars were pumped. Larry Smith taking his team on the road for the first time. Late fourth quarter, stayed up by 7. USC driving at the Washington State 2. 8 seconds left. Todd Marinovich, the freshman, finding Ricky Irvins for the score. They were down by 1, had to go for 2. You don't tie on the road in conference play. And the 2-point conversion for the win. Marinovich will be looking for Gary Wellman. Watch him on the back line of the end zone. Must have seemed like that ball took forever to get there, but he grabbed it. And USC with a big win on the road today at State. Cougars fall for the first time, 18-17. Number 13, Alabama on the road. Tide had played great defense in his first 2 games. Commodores gave them a scare, but they held on to win 20-14. Andre Ware, beware of this guy when the Houston Cougars take the field. They had over 700 yards last week, and they had 7 turnovers. So this time they took on Temple. Andre Ware finding Tracy Good on a 2-yard pass. They led it 17-0. Then he'll find Paul Smith. You can't give him time like that in the pocket. It's 24-zip. And then 79 yards for Emmanuel Hazard. Cougars led 38-0. They win 65-7. And the Southwest Conference will have an interesting ball game next week when Houston takes on Baylor, who beat Texas Tech today. The number 16 ranked Oklahoma Sooners watched Gale Sayers' number retired at halftime, but they already had this one in their pockets, winning 45-6 over the Jayhawks in Kansas. South Carolina with a mild upset on their minds at the home of the 23rd ranked Georgia Bulldogs as the Gamecocks went to Athens today. Rodney Hampton up the middle for a 10-yard run, and South Carolina led it 14-10. Still second quarter, Georgia down by 4, and Greg Talley, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Sean Hummings in the corner of the end zone. They were up by 3 at the half. Third quarter, 17-all, following a turnover, and Todd Ellis finds Carl Platt all alone for a 22-yard touchdown. South Carolina led 24-17, won at 24-20. They're 3-1-1 now and have a pretty good season.
17-point underdogs, but had beaten Clemson only once since the advent of the 80s. It was a dreary day for Blue Devil fans. Early on, Terry Allen took the pitch, scored 2 touchdowns in the day, has scored in 9 straight games, and Clemson was shutting out Duke 14-0 at the half. But Duke cuts it to 14-7, and then Billy Ray goes back and spots Clarkson and Hines in the end zone, hauls it in to tie the game. Hines sets the all-time ACC TD record with 26 as a receiver, surpassing the mark of CNN tape editor Wayne Baumgartner in his days at Wake Forest. But the story today was Billy Ray, who kept picking away at the Tigers after Clemson had taken back the lead 17-14. He hit Chris Brown with 3 minutes left, On the day, Ray 24 of 43 for 262 yards. The transfer from Alabama was the key to the upset of Clemson. It's the first time Duke has beaten a top 10 team since 1971. That opened the door for NC State.